Next we will see some other classification of organic compounds and classification of carbon atoms also. Next classification is organic compounds can be classified as normal compounds, isocompounds and neocompounds. Actually this normal, iso and neo classification is the classification of alkanes. You know what is meant by alkanes. Alkanes are actually compounds containing carbon-carbon single bonds only. So normal, iso, neo compounds classification is actually the classification of organic compounds containing carbon-carbon single bonds only, or alkanes. First we will see what is meant by normal compounds. Normal compounds are usually represented as N compounds. Normal will be represented as small n hyphen. We never write normal compounds by using capital letters, and we never write as NORMAL. We never write, we represent only as small n hyphen. Okay, the small n hyphen will be read it as normal. Okay, normal means in an alkane, if all the carbon atoms are arranged in a straight chain. Straight chain means without any branches. If all the carbon-carbon single bonds or alkanes are arranged in straight chain, such compounds will be known as normal compounds. So, examples of normal compounds. There is no meaning of telling normal methane, isn't it? Methane means what? It is an alkane containing only one carbon. One carbon means there is no other possibility to arrange. So there is no meaning in telling normal methane, normal ethane and normal propane. So methane, ethane, propane, there is only one possibility to arrange these three alkanes. But for butane onwards, carbon containing 4 carbon onwards, there are so many ways to arrange these 4 carbon atoms, isn't it? So the first example for a normal alkane is N-butane. N-butane means, N-butane, how to read it as? It is normal butane. Normal butane means what? But means we know that it is 4 carbon containing ane means. Ane means it is all the carbon atoms are singly bonded. So how to arrange, how to draw the structure of N-butane or normal butane? CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. So here all the 4 carbon atoms are arranged in a straight chain. Another example for a normal compound is normal pentane. See the way of writing. Always when we write the name of an organic compound, we have to start, the first letter should be capital letter. But remember, N, normal N will be always small letter. So small n hyphen, then name first letter should be capital letter. So N hyphen pentane, normal pentane. Structure will be CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. All the 5 carbon atoms are arranged in straight chain. Another example is normal hexane. How to write normal hexane as N-hexane, and H should be capital letter. CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. Where all the 6 carbon atoms are arranged in a straight chain. So what is meant by normal compounds in an alkane? So normal, iso, neo is actually the classification of alkanes or division of alkanes, in which normal means if all the carbon atoms, all the carbon-carbon single bonds are arranged in straight chain without any branches. And we know the normal compounds, just like alkanes, the general formula will be CnH2n plus 2. Now, the second type of organic compound is isocompounds, another classification of alkane. It is actually branched alkane. So isocompounds are branched alkanes in which how the structure it is, two methyl groups. We will study alkyl groups in detail. Now just study what is meant by methyl group. Methyl group is actually CH3 group. When we write a group or functional group, how we are writing it as with a free valency. This dash will be called as free valency. So methyl group representation is CH3 group with a free valency. So what is the meaning of free valency? Means that will be attached to some other carbon. So they will be coming as branches. Okay, so isocompounds means in isocompounds, two methyl group. What is the structure required for the structural condition for an isocompound? It is two methyl group should be attached to one carbon atom, and such structure should be present in isocompounds. We will see how to write. For example, isobutane. Isobutane, how we can draw the structure of isobutane? Yes, but means we know that there is 4 carbon atoms present. Ane means all the carbon atoms should be singly bonded, and it is isobutane means in that structure which component should be present, two methyl group should be attached to same carbon atom. So how we can write it as, to the same carbon, two methyl group should be attached. Okay, so to the same carbon we have attached two methyl group. Now see what is the total number of carbon atoms? 1, 2, 3. And they all are singly bonded. But here what is the total number of carbon required? 4, because it is isobutane. Okay, so we have to draw one more carbon. But remember, here and here we cannot attach any more carbon because valencies are already satisfied. Only we can attach one more carbon here. Now add the remaining valencies here and here. All the 4 valencies are satisfied. Here one more carbon. Here one more hydrogen, here 3 more hydrogen. So this is about the structure of isobutane with total number of 4 carbon atoms in which 2 methyl groups are attached to same carbon. So an example for an iso compound is isobutane. Now we will see how we can draw the structure of isopentane. Yes, from the name itself it is clear. It is pent means containing 5 carbon atoms. Ane means all the carbon atoms are singly bonded. Iso means what is the structure required? 2 methyl. In this compound, 2 methyl groups should be attached to same carbon. So how we can write it as, the same carbon we have to attach 2 methyl group. What is methyl group? It is CH3 group. CH3 with a free valency. CH3 group with free valency, and that free valency is connected to this carbon. So here also the free valency is connected to another carbon. Now total we have 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms, but it is isopentane. So 2 more carbon atoms are required that we can connect only here. Okay. Now add hydrogen. Here 1, here CH2 and here CH3. So another example for an isocompound is isopentane with total number of 5 carbon atoms. All are singly bonded, but the condition or structural condition required 2 methyl groups should be attached to one carbon. Okay, so this is about isocompounds. Now the next, what about the classification of another classification of alkane is neocompounds. Neocompounds means they are also branched chain compounds, but they all are singly bonded. Here the structural condition required is 3 methyl groups should be attached to one carbon. Yes, in normal compounds, remember all the carbon atoms should be in a straight chain. In isocompounds, they are branched, and how the branch should be, 2 methyl groups should be attached to same carbon. In neocompounds, they are also branched chain compounds in which 3 methyl groups are attached to same carbon atom. Now, For example, neopentane. How we can draw the structure of neopentane? So from the name itself, pent means how many carbon atoms? 5 carbon atoms. Ane means all these 5 carbon atoms should be singly bonded. Neo means what? What is the structural condition required? 3-methyl group should be attached to same carbon. So to the same carbon I am going to attach 1-methyl, 2-methyl and 3-methyl groups. Okay. Now when we attach 3-methyl groups to one carbon, see what is the total number of carbon atoms here? 1, 2, 3, 4. But what is the compound name? Neopent. So one more carbon is required that we can attach only here. There is no other possibility. Here we cannot give, here we cannot give, here we cannot give. We can attach only here, and on all other carbon atoms 4 valencies are satisfied. So here only CH3. Now this compound name is neopentane. Example for a neo compound. So this is about the classification of alkane as normal, iso and neo compounds. Now another classification is actually the classification of carbon atoms. It is not the classification of a compound as a whole. Here we are going to study about the classification of a type of classification of carbon atoms. It is primary carbon, secondary carbon and tertiary carbon. Primary, how we can represent it as 1 degree. Secondary, we can write it as 2 degree. Tertiary, we can write it as 3 degree carbon atoms. Now, what is meant by a primary carbon, secondary carbon and tertiary carbon? A primary carbon means if a carbon, if it is attached to one other carbon. Okay, if a carbon is attached to one other carbon only, it will be called as primary. But if a carbon is attached to 2 other carbon atoms, it will be called as secondary. Now, if a carbon atom, if it is attached to 3 other carbon atoms, it will be called as tertiary. Very easy to classify the carbons as primary, secondary and tertiary. Now, for example, see the first example, a compound or a structure is given. We have to classify each carbon as primary, secondary or tertiary. See the first carbon here, CH3 carbon, it is attached to only one other carbon. So we can call it as a primary. See how to write it as primary, secondary and tertiary. Just like hybridization, write above each carbon atom. Okay. Now, see the next CH carbon, it is attached to 1, 2, 3. 3 other carbon atoms. So, it is a tertiary or 3 degree carbon. Now, another CH3 carbon, it is attached to one other carbon. So, it is primary. Here also it is attached to one other carbon. So, that is also a primary carbon. Now, see the second example. Here also we have CH3 carbon, so it is attached to one other carbon, so primary. Here also attached to one other carbon, primary. Here also primary. Now see the C carbon without hydrogen, the carbon without hydrogen, it is at the middle. It is attached to 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 other carbon, just like primary, secondary and tertiary. If it is attached to 4 other carbon atoms, what we can call it as a quaternary or 4 degree. So we can call it as a quaternary carbon. Okay, but usually we have only primary, secondary and tertiary. Okay, but it can be quaternary also, maximum till quaternary, because carbon has how many valencies? 4 valencies. Okay, it is tetravalent. Now, see the CH2 carbon, it is attached to 2 other carbon atoms, so it is secondary. And the CH carbon, it is attached to 1, 2, 3 other carbons, so it is tertiary. These are methyl CH3 carbon, so both are attached to one other carbon atom, so they are primary. So this is about, in the first 2 examples, in the example 1 and 2, they are simply hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons means they contain only carbon and hydrogen atoms only, there is no other functional groups present. case of, if a compound is given containing functional group, for example, if a halogen containing compound is given, and if a question comes to classify whether the following halide is a primary, secondary or tertiary. So in that case, we have to see only the functional group attached to carbon. For example, in the next question is to classify the following halides. Halides means they are compounds containing halogen as functional group. Halogen means fluorine, chlorine, bromine or iodine as functional group. So we have to classify the following halides as primary, secondary or tertiary. So here what we have to see is how we can classify a chloride as primary chloride or secondary chloride or tertiary chloride. See only the X attached carbon or halogen attached carbon. So here what you have to remember is check only here they are, since they all are halides, we have to check only the X attached carbon atoms. Okay, so see the first case, because here the question is not to classify each and every carbon. We have to classify the following halides, whether the given halide is primary, secondary or tertiary. Okay, if so, we have to see only the halogen attached carbon. Okay, so see the first case, CH3, CHCl, CH2, CH3. In the first question, which is the halogen present? Yes, it is chlorine. So which is a halogen attached to carbon? Here chlorine is given inside a single bracket. So it is just like a condensed formula. If anything given inside a single bracket means it will be attached to previous carbon. And if there is no previous carbon, then only we can say it will be attached to next carbon. So here this Cl is attached to, which is the Cl attached carbon, put a star mark here. Okay, so this is the Cl attached carbon. Okay, the CH carbon, and look only at that carbon. This CH carbon is attached to how many other carbon atoms? It is attached to this carbon and attached to this carbon also. So it is attached to two other carbon atoms. So it is a secondary carbon, isn't it? So since the chlorine attached carbon is a secondary carbon, we can call this compound, the first compound, as a secondary halide. Clear? The chlorine attached carbon is a secondary carbon, so it is a secondary halide. Okay, so understood how to classify halide? See only the halogen attached carbon or functional group attached carbon. Now see this next compound. Here also, what is this representation known as? Yes, bond line representation. So here also you can see chlorine as a functional group. So here it is a chloride or halide. So here this chloride also we have to check whether it is a primary chloride, secondary or tertiary. So for that we have to check only the chlorine attached carbon. If the chlorine attached carbon is primary, it will be a primary chloride. If the chlorine attached carbon is secondary, it will be a primary, secondary chloride and so on. Okay. So here this is a chlorine attached carbon. Yes, Cl attached carbon is this. This is our chlorine attached carbon, and see it is here actually this carbon. It is attached to how many other carbon? Is we know that wherever there is band, there is carbon atoms, isn't it? So this carbon is attached to only one other carbon, so it is primary. So since chlorine is attached to a primary carbon, we can call it as it is a primary chloride or primary carbon. Okay. Now the next one is, here also a chloride is given. So here the chlorine attached to carbon, here there is carbon, here there is carbon, here there is carbon, here. isn't it? But which is the chlorine attached carbon? This is our chlorine attached carbon. And this is attached to how many other carbon atoms? Here we have carbon, here and here. Yes, it is attached to 1, 2, 3 other carbon atoms, means it is a tertiary carbon. So since chlorine is attached to a tertiary carbon, we can call it as a tertiary chloride. Okay, now as the fourth question, an iodide is given, and here again a bond line representation is given. See, iodine, it is attached to which carbon? Here we have carbon, here and here, isn't it? So iodine is attached to this carbon, and iodine attached to carbon, this carbon is attached to how many other carbon atoms? Only one other carbon. So it is, this is the iodine attached to carbon, and it is a primary carbon. So since the iodine attached to carbon is a primary carbon, we can call it as a primary halide or primary iodide. So this is about the classification of halides. Now, if it is an alcohol, how we can classify it as a primary, secondary or tertiary alcohol? Check only the OH attached carbon atoms, isn't it? If the OH attached carbon atom is primary, it will be primary alcohol. If the OH attached carbon is secondary, it will be a secondary alcohol. If the OH attached carbon, if it is a tertiary carbon, it will be a tertiary alcohol. So next question is to classify the following alcohols as primary, secondary and tertiary. So here what we have to check only the OH attached carbon. Okay. Now, so see the first alcohol given, this is the OH attachment. We know that here there is carbon, here and here. And in all that carbon atoms there is hydrogen also, isn't it? Now, this OH is attached to this carbon, and this carbon is attached to how many other carbon? 1, 2. So it is a secondary carbon, isn't it? So this is our OH attached carbon, and the OH attached carbon is attached to 2 other carbon atoms, so this is secondary. So what we can write it as? This is secondary alcohol. Now see the next one, where all we have carbon, here and here. And this is the OH attached carbon here, this is our OH attached carbon, and the OH attached carbon is attached to 2 other carbons, so it is secondary. So this is also a secondary alcohol. And see the last one, this is our OH functional group. OH attached carbon is this, and in all the benzenes we have carbon atoms, and this carbon is attached to only one other carbon, so it is primary. So since the OH attached to carbon is a primary carbon, the alcohol is a primary alcohol. So this is about how to classify carbon atoms as primary, secondary and tertiary, and how to classify the functional groups also as primary, secondary and tertiary. So remember, if a carbon is attached to only one other carbon, it will be primary, 2 other carbon atoms secondary, 3 other carbon atoms tertiary, 4 other carbon atoms quaternary. If a functional group is attached to a primary carbon, that compound will be primary. Okay. Now the next classification is another classification of carbon atoms itself as alpha, beta, gamma carbon atoms. This is actually coming not in the case of hydrocarbons, Alpha, beta, gamma classification is applicable only in compounds containing functional group. Okay, we know the functional group. In 10th standard, you have already studied about functional groups. We will study about functional groups in detail later. But so remember, alpha, beta, gamma classification of carbon atoms, it is applicable only in compounds containing functional group. Okay. Now, what is meant by an alpha carbon? Yes, functional group attached carbon will be called as alpha. And the carbon atoms attached to alpha carbon atoms will be beta. And the carbon atoms attached to beta carbon will be gamma carbon atoms. Okay, so functional group attached to carbon will be alpha, and in all the organic compounds there will be only one alpha carbon atom, isn't it? Because a functional group can be attached to only one other carbon atom, isn't it? So there will be only one alpha, but there can be more than one beta, more than one gamma also. So remember, functional group attached to carbon is alpha, carbon atoms attached to alpha carbon will be beta, and carbon atoms attached to beta carbon will be gamma carbon atoms. Now we will see few examples. The question is to mark alpha, beta and gamma carbon atoms. Okay, see the compound, the first example, which is the functional group present in this compound? Yes, chlorine, isn't it? Halogen. So chlorine attached to carbon or functional group attached to carbon will be alpha. Alpha attached to carbon will be beta. Okay, beta attached to carbon will be gamma. Okay. Now, the second compound, second example, here also the functional group present is chlorine. Okay, chlorine is the functional group present. Functional group attached to carbon is alpha. And carbon atoms attached to alpha will be beta. And how many carbon atoms are attached to this alpha carbon? Yes, this carbon and this carbon. Both the carbon atoms are attached to alpha. So, how many beta carbons in this compound? 2 beta carbons. But remember, in an organic compound, there will be only one alpha carbon, but there can be more than one beta and more than one gamma. See the next compound given. The third example, the functional group given is, or the functional group present here is OH group. So OH attached to carbon is alpha. Functional group attached to carbon is alpha. Alpha attached to carbons are beta carbon. So alpha carbon is attached to how many other carbon atoms here? It is attached to this carbon, so this is beta. To this carbon, so this is beta. So how many alpha and how many betas here? One alpha, but 3 beta carbon atoms here. Now see the next example. They given the fourth example, which is the functional group present here? Yes, CHO. So by mistake, don't mark it alpha. Don't mark alpha as CHO carbon. Okay, because CHO is the functional group. CHO is the functional group. It is a carbon containing functional group. Whatever it is, functional group attached to carbon is only alpha carbon. So here, the functional group is CHO. So CHO attached to carbon is alpha. Alpha attached to carbon is beta. How many beta carbons here? This alpha is attached to only one other carbon. So this is the beta. Beta attached to carbons are gamma carbons. So how many carbon atoms are attached to this beta? This carbon is attached to beta. So this is gamma. This carbon is also attached to beta. So this is gamma. So in the fourth example, we have one alpha, one beta, but 2 gamma carbon atoms. So this is about the classification of carbon atoms as alpha, beta and gamma compounds.